On the menu tonight, Donald Trump, impeachment pie.
Let us pray. Let us pray for the president. This is the president clearly is insecure when it comes to statespersons. Whether it was John McCain, think of what he said about John McCain, and his supporters just overlooked that. John McCain. Now John Dingell. What the president misunderstands is that cruelty is not wit. Just because he gets a laugh for saying the cruel things that he says doesn't mean he's funny. It's not funny at all. It's very sad.
Talked and criticized Senator McConnell today.
Any other questions on any of this? Anybody want to talk about Mexico Free Trade Agreement? Anybody care about that? Jobs for the American people? Progress in addressing globalism and the issues? Anybody want to talk about the SALT tax that we're passing today? Important issues that relate to the economic vitality of our communities. Any other questions? Because I'm not going to answer any more questions on this. Clearly, do you understand? When we see what their process is, we will know who and how many we want to send over. Not until then. I'm not going to go there anymore.
You're playing games with impeachment if you hold on to these articles for too long.
I said what I was going to say, Nancy. When we bring the bill, which is, just so you know, there's a bill made in order by the Rules Committee that we can call up at any time in order to send it over to the Senate and to have the provisions in there to pay for the impeachment. And then the next step, the whatever you want to call it, the trial. That is where you put the managers. I was not prepared to put the managers in that bill yet because we don't know the arena that we are in. Frankly, I don't care what the Republicans say. Any other questions? Not on this subject. I've said this is it.
Well, I don't feel like I'm being impeached because it's a hoax. It's a hoax. It's a setup. It's a horrible thing they did. They happened to have a small majority, and they took that small majority and they forced people. And, you know, they said, oh, I watched Pelosi out there saying, oh, no, we don't want to talk to anybody. They put the arm on everybody. They tried to get them to do what they had to do. Many of those people were like Jeff, where they didn't want to vote that way. But it doesn't feel, to me, it doesn't feel like impeachment. Last night I said it. We had a great time last night. The room was packed. Thousands of people couldn't get in. A section that really is a pretty much 50-50 section in terms of Democrat, Republican. We had, every one of those people is voting for Trump Pence, every one of them. And it's Michigan, an important state. We brought back tremendous amounts of business, tremendous car companies coming in, everything else. And I'll tell you, I was up there and I was thinking about it. I actually said it. It doesn't feel like impeachment. And you know what? It's a phony deal. And they cheapen the word impeachment. It's an ugly word, but they cheapen the word impeachment. That should never again happen to another president. And I think you'll see some very interesting things happen over the coming few days and weeks. But to me, all I look at, we have the greatest economy in the history of our country. We've never done so well. Our military being rebuilt. You take a look at the tax cuts, you take a look at the regulation cuts at levels that nobody's ever seen. We're protecting our Second Amendment, which other people won't do. You know, we're doing things that nobody's ever done before, nobody's ever seen. We have the strongest economy in the history of our country, and our country is doing well. And you know, the other thing that I really saw from yesterday that I think you people have been covering politics for a long time, you've never seen a Republican Party. 0 negative votes. 0. That hasn't happened almost ever because the Republicans are not necessarily known for that. We have better policy. They want open borders, the Democrats. They want sanctuary cities.